is going to speak on behalf of Seeds of Hope.
Good morning, I'm Lynn Warso, and I've had the privilege and honor of serving God through Seeds of Hope since January of 2003. And what a blessing, and how many seeds have blossomed since then. Seeds of Hope is a grassroots organization that is not only involving our church, but many churches in Tioga County, and churches of different denominations, service organizations, individuals, and yes, some people who say they don't believe in God, but they'll work with a Christian organization. We are unashamedly Christian. We work with a government agency, Human Services of Tioga County. And what we do is assist families in crisis. Our goal is to provide basic needs to maintain families' aid in reuniting families. The caseworkers can go in and see a lot of problems. Floors that have holes in them, leaking toilets that don't work, no hot water heater, holes in the walls, electrical problems, and they can pull a child from that home. But they have no monies to fix the problem so the child can stay in their home. And that is where Seeds of Hope comes in. We not only do home repairs, but we provide basic needs. We have helped hundreds of families and planted seeds of God's love in many lives through so many situations, there's just too many to mention. And we do this because this is what Jesus would have us do. See, from 2 Corinthians and Romans, this scripture comes. This challenge of fruit bearing and ministering in my name should not frighten you. I will lead you in triumph. In me you are more than conquerors. And this is what has kept Seeds of Hope going, is God's presence and leadership in our organization. Each month we have a meeting, and the caseworkers provide us with their request for that month. And the requests go from beds, bedding, food, diapers, formula, washers, air conditioners, fans, cars, tutor for their children who are struggling in schools, safety locks for their homes, broken windows, replacing porches, home assessments that the homes are so far gone they're going to need a lot of work, and somehow God meets all these needs each month. We made up a song, the people in our organization, and I'd like to read you that song because it kind of sums up our ministry. There are children in our county have no pillows for their head, no warm clothes in a land of plenty, even lack a decent bed. Jesus Christ, he was a sower, planting seeds along the way. Won't you come along with Jesus, plant some seeds of hope today. The human service staff are our guides, pointing to each family's need. We all work to get donations, going wherever God will lead. Some of our programs that we have that are ongoing is at Christmas, we make sure that every child has a gift. Most of the gifts contain pajamas, socks, underwear, and a small present. We also have an anonymous donor who makes sure that every child has a new bicycle if they do not have a bicycle. Just this past year, the Catholic Church in Wellsboro provided every child with a backpack, pencils, paper, crayons, scissors, and glue with a note on that backpack that God would bless their new school year and the love from that church to those children who did not have a backpack. We have an annual clothing giveaway. And this year, I think 59 tables, they said, was full of clothes. And not only the families from the agency can come in, but anybody from the public can come in and pick up clothes for their children. There's also, we've been giving the blessing of a hope room. The Human Service Agency has given us a room, and in that room is emergency food, there's clothing, there's personal hygiene, there's cleaning products, there's infant clothes, there's diapers. So if a caseworker goes to a house and this child has no diapers or they have no cleaning supplies, they can come and make sure that need is met. It is just awesome how God has worked through the people in Seeds of Hope partners. Our territory just keeps enlarging and enlarging, and when we step out in His faith, the coffers keep growing, and every need that needs to be met, God will provide. We just need to trust in Him. Recently, you've seen the bicycles. You know, we needed adult bicycles. That is because there are some adults that need those bicycles for transportation. They have no other means of transportation. And one of the members stopped at Clayton's house and picked up 5 adult bicycles and 3 children's bicycles just Friday. And this individual will repair and make those bicycles like new to give to the people. And any bicycles you have, he said, just keep bringing them. It is in the small things done with great love that God's love is manifested. Some projects to be looking forward to. In October, there's going to be a women's mini afternoon retreat, and this retreat is free. It'll be held in Mainsburg, but they're taking a collection up for Seeds of Hope partners. We, at Christmas time, I think the Presbyterian Church in Wellsboro are going to do a share of a bed program, ministry, where you can donate money so that we have money specifically earmarked for beds, because we desperately need beds all the time. Keep in your prayers, we are in desperate need of storage. Our buildings kind of, we use people's buildings and then they sell, and all of a sudden we don't have any place to store all the couches and chairs and things that come in. So pray very hard that we can, we're in talks with the agency right now that we could build a building on their land to have a permanent storage for all the needs of the people. Seeds of Hope is an awesome ministry that reaches out and touches so many people. And we open our hearts to the area of the agency. If some of the elderly need something that we have, or fire victims, we can do that. We've also been asked about domestic violence and crisis. So we reach out in love to all those that are in need and try to show them that God is love. A long time ago, there was a mother and father who was expecting a baby, but they had no bed. And an innkeeper opened the door and gave that child a bed, even though it was a manger. And God's plan started. His seeds of love was sown. And that child, Jesus, went and sowed his love, gave God's love away to everybody. In Seeds of Hope, we give God's love away with seeds of God's love, with hope that there is a good, better tomorrow because someone cares. So thank you very much for all your support, and continue to keep our organization in your prayers.